all 10 secret rares are here! Smash that lovely crap out and subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, number one on our list here for these awesome new secret rares is Albert, the Jester of Despia. We've talked about this several times this week. That Konami messed up. Well, evidently, the NA boxes have the correct card text. Yes! Alright, that means that we'll be able to search for a branded spell trap card here. What you actually have on the screen is an NA box here on the left. And on the right over here, you're going to see that awful, awful, awful mistranslation of horribleness. Alright, I'm so not excited for the fact that they actually messed that up for the EU side of things. So, sorry guys. I hope that you guys get that fixed and patched up over there for you guys. But that's that feels real bad. But yeah, yes, this is going to be such good value, all things considered, for the set. So yeah, hey, we can do it. Next up here on our list is Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. So remember, this is a Majestic Dragon plus a non-tuner monster to make it, including a Dragon Synchro monster. Must be first Synchro summon. Once per turn, you can negate the effects of one effect monster your opponent controls. And then this card gains an additional attack during each battle phase for every monster in the graveyard that is Stardust, or a Synchro monster with Stardust in its card name. And once per turn, when your opponent's monster or your opponent activates a card or effect, you can banish this card until the end phase, and you do negate that activation if you do banish that card. So what ends up happening here, when you stack about, I don't know, Shooting Quasar, a Shooting Majestic Star Dragon, all into the same deck, and you end up like, I don't know, 4,000 quadrillion negates. Well, that's essentially what ends up happening with the new Stardust support. The new Stardust support poops out this vast amount of negates here. And it's honestly what you're going to get with this new stuff is this massive heavy negation wave here that just makes the deck all the better. Alright, this card will probably end up being cheap. Next up, we also got the Stardust SYNCHRON. So if this card is in your hand or graveyard, contribute one monster, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck for this turn except for Synchro monsters. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one spell or trap card from your deck that specifically lists Stardust Dragon in its card name. So actually, the really cool thing that you do with this is this allows you to tutor for the additional Stardust support, which allows you to capitalize and build up your Synchro ladder. Alright, I've had the chance to duel against this deck, and the fact that this deck has 3 secrets. Yes, the next secret we're going to talk about here in a second is also Stardust support. But Konami, I will say that I am happy to a degree that they did make so many secret rares for the deck. At least the Stardust Synchron is a 3 of, yes. The Majestic Dragon will be a 1 of. And then our other secret rare here, the Arriving in Light, actually, or Aufkommt im Light was the German version. So when this card is activated, place one level 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck on the top of your deck. Alright? Neither player can return Stardust Dragon or Synchro monsters that specifically list the card in the card text from the field of the extract. And if a Synchro monster or monsters is special summon except during damage type, you can apply one of these effects. Alright? And one of the effects is draw a card or special summon a tuner monster from your hand. So basically they use this in combination to stack the level 1 tuner monster, the Majestic Substitute Dragon. Actually, their new dragon gives them the ability to sub out a specific name for the Majestic Dragon to actually make those link climbing capabilities, or their Synchro ladder climbing capabilities, all the easier. But once again, this is a 1 of. You don't have to max out any more of this. You'll be just fine with 1 copy of this in your deck because it's 100% tutorable. So, Stardust taking some big L's in the bling department, but man, oh man, do they look nice. Next up here is Synchro Overtake. Oh, technically 4 secret rares, if you guys count this. So reveal 1 Synchro monster in your extract, choose one of the Synchro materials whose name is listed on that card, and add to your hand or special summon the monster from your deck or graveyard. And then you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for Synchro monsters. Who cares about that, alright? So we get more tuning options. Go, 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 Junk Synchron! Alright, all the tutoring capabilities that you're going to need are at the palm of your hands, alright? They're all right here, and you can take full advantage of them. Is this card going to be expensive? It depends on what kind of decks you're trying to play, all right? Junk Speeder, the deck, is going to be your best capabilities to make any sort of cool plays, to be honest with you guys. If anything happens to your Junk Speeder, you pick up your deck and you walk away. That's unfortunately just kind of how the Stardust deck feels, but man, oh man, secret rares everywhere, all right? Next up over here is Ready Fusion. All right, I've talked about this card a lot. There's a lot of vanilla monsters you're going to need for this. Pay 1,000 life points, special summon a level 6 or lower non-effect fusion monster from your extra deck, but it cannot attack. Also, it's destroyed during the end phase. This is treated as a fusion summon. All right, I do think next to Sword Iris or whatnot, that this is probably going to be the most expensive secret rare. And I've compared this card touching the levels of instant fusion and its prime value here. It just takes one person to figure out what they need to do with this deck. One vanilla monster. We are getting a level 2 tuner monster in this set, actually. So that'll round out. You have Theseus as well. And then you have every attribute available to you to Toolbox, from Mavelus, Vermilion Crimson. So many cool things available for you. Need warrior monsters? Hey, need dragons? Fusionists even? Like, you have so many cool toolboxing options to you. I do expect that this card will have some sort of significant value in the long run, alright? Next up is the Sacred Scrolls of the Gizmek Legend. During a main phase, you can excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, and if you do add one excavated machine monster whose attack equals its own defense to your hand, but banish remaining cards face down. You can only use this effect of the Sacred Scrolls of Gizmek Legend once per turn, and each time a machine monster whose attack equals its own defense as normal or special summon, place a counter on this card. When this card has 10 or more counters, neither player can activate the effects of a monster whose attack does not equal its own defense. 10 counters, by the way. It's such an absurdity as a card. I am calling it now. I think that this card is worth no more than dog paper. I expect this to be the worst secret rare in the modern era set. All right, and I know that's saying a lot here, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't be optimistic about this because 10 counters. Yes, it's an excavator for top 3 to get to Gizmek himself, but I don't know, man. I don't see the real value in this card whatsoever. Dog water, by the way. Just saying now. Next up here, we have Messiah, the anti-human intelligence. So cool thing about this was this first Cyber's Pendulum monster. Any cards in the graveyard are banished instead, okay? That's for spells and traps, not monsters. And you can reveal this card in your hand and one other Pendulum monster from your hand, or one card in your Pendulum zone to the owner's extra deck face up. And if you do special summon this card, you can only use the effect of this card once per turn. If another monster is normal or special summon while you control this card, send that monster or monsters to the graveyard during the end phase of this turn. So 2,500 on a 3K, that's super easy to deploy, but the only real thing I want to do with this is just play this in stun, so my Eldritch matchup just gets a whole lot easier. Alright, let's call it what it is. We love rounding out and making our worst matchups just a little bit easier for us to be able to handle. Am I right or am I right? Alright, cool side deck option for stun. Gonna be, I would say, 15 bucks, if that, man. Like, I don't see anything real expensive with this. Next up here is the Iris, the SWORDSOUL. Cool thing about this was we actually got confirmation that this basically means that the Xingjiangs will be called SWORDSOULs, which is awesome. So during the main phase, every monster whose effects are negated is on the field. Quick effect and special summon this card from your hand. If your opponent special summons a monster or monsters, except during damage step, you can activate one of these effects based on where it's special summoned from. So if it's from the hand, alright, draw 2. Alright, excuse me. If it's from the hand, you can special summon 1. If it's from the deck, draw 2. Alright, in the extra deck, destroy one of those monsters special summon from the extra deck. You can only use each effect of this once per turn, but you already know that this is going to be a Starlight rare. Alright, don't play dumb with me. You know it's coming. Look at me. You know it's coming. Alright, you know it's going to look beautiful. But as of right now, I've only seen this be max 1 of in the Xingjiang deck. So until that actually happens, it's going to be a very smooth, easy-going card, alright? And the last secret rare from the set, who would have guessed? It is my boy Buggy. B-Trooper Scout Buggy. This card, you can special summon, you know, monsters except for insect monsters. I'm really glad this was our first card. If this card is normal special summon, you can special summon 1 B-Trooper Scout Buggy from your hand deck or graveyard. You can only use the effect of B-Trooper Scout Buggy once per turn. Just Link summon 5-hit, and you can, you know, climb up the ladders and do whatever you want. But those are the 10 secret rares from Dawn of Majesty. Most expensive cards? Probably Ready Fusion, honestly. Iris will probably come close second. Stardust stuff should be relatively cheap. The Despia issue, if what I've seen is true, is fixed, which is good, at least for the North American side of things. And well, yeah, not too bad. Is it Burst of Destiny? No. Make sure you guys pick up your Burst of Destiny, alright? That's going to be bonkers. Guys, what do you think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash the love and grab ads, subscribe, and so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day with some more cool content. Peace out.
Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.